Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Fanatics. I'm Spencer. How you doing, Nathan?
I'm doing good. How are you
All
doing,
right.
Spencer?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So today we're going through six tight ends that we like at their current ADP. Yesterday we did six wide receivers that we do not like at their current ADP, and tomorrow will be this. I guess the end of this little series of players that we don't like, unless we decide to do defense or kickers, which will not happen. Um, But let's just go ahead and get into it. I'll start off with Jelani Woods. We have him ranked really high. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have him ranked as high as we do, or
hmm
maybe as you do. I have him at 22. You have him at 13. I don't know if that'll change. I know you've done big updating to your rankings.
Yeah, they backed up a little bit. It just depends on if he's the starting tight end over Mo Alley Cox. I think Jelani Woods probably has a higher upside, but
It might take a few. It might take a few weeks.
yeah, he's kind of like a flyer. Maybe have him as a second tight end on your bench or something.
The last big athletic tight end Matt Ryan had, he had the greatest rookie season for a tight end of all time.
But scored one touchdown.
I I, I think Jelani Woods scores more than one touchdown. Like I think that is like very highly likely. Yeah, I
Okay.
guess the only question is for him to get the starting job.
hmm
But once he does, I think he is top 20 for sure. You know, top 15 upside, and
Sure.
would
Yeah.
would be great value for the position, being that he's drafted at tight end 43. He's not being drafted at all.
You think he's got weekly starter potential?
If he gets that starting job early, I think around later in the season, I think he does.
Cool. Maybe a end of the season league winner there.
Yeah, because he looked good in preseason. I know it's been 1 week of preseason, but I mean he looked
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, for sure. For
But
sure.
who do you have?
My first one's gonna be Dalton Schultz. He's currently going as tight end 6. My updated rankings, I think I moved him up to like 5. He is gonna, or yeah, somewhere around 5 or 6. He's gonna be the Cowboys' second option in the passing game behind CeeDee Lamb with Amari Cooper gone, Michael Gallup banged up. Dalton Schultz was an absolute stud last year when he was healthy. I don't see any reason why he'll slow down. Last year he had 78 catches, 808 yards, and 8 tuds. Um, I'm a believer in his talent, and I think they're going to have to throw the ball a lot. Or not have to, but they will. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. Especially with Zeke not looking like old Zeke, um, and Dax, in the prime of his career. So I think Schultz could be a easily tight end one.
Yeah, yeah. Days that CD Lamb is locked up, Dalton Schultz will get maybe 10 plus targets.
Right.
And if you're getting that as a tight end, you definitely have potential to be tight end one. I don't think anybody besides Travis Kelsey will finish the tight end one. But if there was, a group of guys, Kittle, Waller, Andrews, then I'd even throw Schultz into that too. So
Pitts.
um,
Yeah.
I'm pretty high on Dalton Schultz. I think I like him more than Kyle Pitts this year.
I did not. I think Pitts is a freak. I
I
just think he's
just
a
don't
freak.
love the quarterback situation
Yeah, that's
for him.
fair.
But
But
Marcus Mariota also supported Delaney Walker to like top 5 tight end seasons.
that's
So
fair. Yeah.
who
Who,
knows?
who you got number 2?
Robert Tonyan, Big Bobby Tonyan. I have him at 12. You have him at 20. I know you said that you liked him, so you'll probably be moving him
I've
up.
yeah, I've moved him up in my newest rankings.
In one tight end leagues, he's on the border of being drafted. He's going as tight end 21 at pick 167. Um, Last year, I think he got hurt. And then the season before that, he caught like 10, 12 touchdowns.
Mhm.
So he was a touchdown machine. He very well could emerge as Aaron Rodgers' number one target.
Especially around the end zone. I mean, he's a touchdown machine, and with no Devontae Adams, who, when they got inside the 20, Aaron Rodgers would like laser in on Devontae Adams. So there's a lot of looks now.
They have a bunch of short receivers outside of Christian Watson, too. So Romeo Doubs isn't that tall. Amari Rodgers,
Sammy
Randall
Watkins.
Cobb. So, I mean, he could be their big body, go up and get a guy, and maybe he can emerge as Aaron Rodgers' number one target. That's what I'm kind of banking on. He could very
Sure.
well finish better than tight end 12.
Sure.
So, who do you have?
Next up, we got Dawson Knox. Baby Gronk, as I like to call him. I hate the Bills, but a big fan of Dawson Knox. He's going as tight end 10. And I think part of that is because they signed OJ Howard. but anybody who watched the Bills games, as I was absolutely forced to last year, Knox is nice. Like, and no more Sanders, no more Beasley. I think Dawson Knox could possibly be their second option ahead of Gabe Davis. That might be a little bit of a hot take, but even as their third option, which I think he will be, touchdown machine. You know, as
You
much
got to
as they
throw
throw the
Khalil
ball.
Shakir in there.
Where, like, waivers?
No, I'm staking my flag on the Khalil Shakir hype train.
No more Isaiah McKenzie. No
We
more
might
Jameson
make a
Crowder.
video in the next coming weeks about why to draft Khalil Shakir.
Okay.
But
You might be making that by yourself.
Dawson Knox is going to catch a crap ton of touchdowns. He had a hand injury last year that caused him to play at half. What's the word? Wasn't able to be himself.
50%.
Yeah, there you go. Wasn't able to be himself last year, like half the games.
Yeah.
But he still caught 9 touchdowns. I could see the yards going up from 587.
For sure.
Yeah, being drafted as the tight end 10, I'm not sure why.
I think he's got high tight end 1 upside, like no doubt.
He is the best quarterback in the game throwing it to him. So, who do you have?
Did they trade for somebody? Interesting. That was mine. You go ahead.
Oh,
I'm glad you get to say this guy's name.
All right, Albert. I'm gonna just say Albert O. I'm gonna just say
Albert Okwuegbunam. It's my best guess.
Albert. I'm not even going to try to say.
Big O.
He had 330 yards last year with 2 touchdowns as the tight end 2 in a terrible offense with a bad quarterback. I think the talent's there. Russell Wilson always has like a tight end he likes though too. Jimmy Graham, Will Dissly. Was that it?
But he normally had like 3. There wouldn't be like just 1. That's the thing.
Who was his tight end in the past couple of years since Will Dissly?
Gerald Everett.
Yeah, I mean he made Gerald Everett.
Will Dissly, Jacob Hollister. Those are like the main ones that he would kind of funnel in and out. But like they would rotate them all in. So if Albert O is like the main guy and they're not rotating, I could see him having a big year.
Like a Jimmy Graham type year.
Possibly.
Jimmy Graham was like a top 5 tight end when he was with Seattle, right?
Yep. A touchdown merchant. So very, very possible, yeah.
Yeah, I have him ranked at 14. You have him ranked at 21. He has actually been drafted at tight end 15.
I've since moved him up, by the way.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising to me. I didn't think he'd be drafted that high, but I really like Albert O for this season. And maybe if he has a huge season, we'll learn how to say his name.
Sure.
So who do you have for the last one?
Lastly, I got a flyer pick. Somebody who's shown potential and talent in the past on a former team. Now he's got a different change of scenery, potentially playing with his best quarterback he's played with. Evan Engram of the Jaguars, currently going as tight end 20. I don't think many people question his potential. It's just actually putting it, into fruition. He could very easily be their second option, maybe. He'll be competing with Christian Kirk and LaVisca and then, ETN and J-Rob. But, I mean, I don't see him being like a tight end 1, but I think he's got tight end 2 upside. If he can consistently be their tight end, his name is eluding me, who their other tight end is.
Dan Arnold.
Dan Arnold, yes. If he can jump ahead of Dan Arnold and like submit himself as the tight end 1 there, I think he's got potential to be a week in, week out starter in your fantasy lineup. Last year on the Giants, he had 408 yards and 3 tuds. I see both of those numbers going up if he can consistently be on the field.
Yeah, the talent is, he's super talented, but he has problem with catching the ball, which is kind of important as a pass catcher.
Sort of, yeah.
He had 3 less catches than Dawson Knox and 200 less yards and 6 less touchdowns. Yep. So if he can make his catches actually count, I mean, he's a big dude and he's fast.
Yeah, he's very athletic.
Like one of the fastest tight ends in the league.
Athletic. Yep.
So if he could become Trevor Lawrence's number 1 target, which he very well could, all these people here, besides Dawson Knox and maybe Albert O, could become their team's number 1 target. Like
I don't think Dalton Schultz. I think it's CeeDee Lamb.
For sure?
Like 100%, yeah. 100%. CeeDee's crazy.
Well, I'd see 3 or 4 tight ends here that could become their team's number 1 target and being drafted outside of the top 10 tight ends.
Sure.
So I think we covered some great value.
Yep.
Make sure to check out our next video where we cover some bad value tight ends. Not necessarily ones we hate, but ones that we don't like at their current ADP.
Coming tomorrow on Wednesday.
Yes,
Wednesday?
I think that's it.
Yep.
And then we're going to start a new series after that. No spoiler on what that is. But stay tuned. On Thursday, we'll start that. And is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, check out the website, theFFFanatics.com. Follow us on Twitter, theFFFanatics3. If you haven't already, sub to our YouTube, The Fantasy Fanatics. You're already here. Click that sub button, turn on the bell, and we appreciate everybody tuning in.
Yeah, 12-hour stream if we reach
100 subs.
Yes. All right.